And it's showtime. Welcome, everybody, to Monday Night Live. I'm so excited tonight for this training. I already got like a sneaky peek, and it's so awesome. So, everyone, I know you guys will all have some awesome takeaways, and this will change your business. Right, John?
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into our topic, I did want to do a few little housekeeping things. So the first thing that I had to say was y'all are killing it. Our team sales are $19,199.09. So not only have we had our best January ever, we've also beat last month, which is crazy. And we've beat a whole lot of other months too. But pretty exciting considering that the new catalog has not even come out yet. So February is going to be ridiculous. Just a tiny reminder that we've got our spring rally coming up on February 6th. Registration closed a couple weeks ago. But if you are attending either virtual or in one of the small locations, you should know where you're going and know what time to be there. If you have guests registered, you will notice, because I just noticed the other day, I don't know if I should say this on live TV. So I just so happened to notice the other day, there was a, what do you call it? There was a mystery order under my orders report, and I clicked on it, and it's for one of my guests. She's doing it virtually, so her rally gifts are coming to me, and then I'll send them to her. And I saw what one of the scent names is going to be, and I'm torn on if I should share. Should I share?
Yes.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to type it in the comments and not say it out loud so that when we put this on YouTube, no one will know.
There you go.
They won't know what I said.
It's exclusive information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just typed it. Do you see it?
I'm still trying to find the live. I can't find it.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it.
Perfect.
Okay. So that's exciting. So I just typed. Now I'm getting like all these hearts. That's so fun. Okay. So that's more or less what I wanted to share. Just a reminder, because it is the 25th. Sunday's the last day of January. So if you have open parties that you do want to close this month, I highly recommend that you try and get them closed before the weekend. God bless whoever that was. That sounded like someone sneezed.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. John has a ghost at his house. Try and get them closed this week while customer service is still in the office. So preferably before 5 o'clock Eastern, Central, one of those times on Friday. Sorry, it's been a long day. But yeah, preferably close it before then. If you need help this weekend, post in the group, reach out to your sponsor, message me, message somebody. And then the other thing that goes along with that, and I will do a post Tuesday or Wednesday in the group with all this information, but just a reminder that you want to make sure that your direct deposit information is on file. If you're using like Google Chrome, sometimes that autofill feature can kind of mess everything up. So I have a reminder in my phone because this totally happened to me, and I didn't get my commission check on time one month. I had to wait like an extra week and a half, and I was real sad. So last day of the month at like 7 o'clock, I get a reminder to double check. But anyways, that's just a few of our little month-end reminders, just some things to be thinking about. So anyways, now I want to turn it over to our guest speaker, who is not really a guest because he's on our team, but he is a super special guest here on Monday Night Live. And I have known John for over 3 years now. He joined our team many, many moons ago, back in 2017, and left us for a little while and came back in November. You're still technically, I think, within your first 90 days. You haven't hit.
Nope, I haven't yet.
Yeah, I think it's it's like February something or other.
It is
So
the 3rd of February.
Yep. So yeah, so John is still within his first 90 days. He hit all 3 of his quick starts. Outside of Pink Zebra, he is a spa technician. So not only does he have a passion for skincare, no, home fragrance. He also has a passion for skincare and just, you have a passion for just being a cool human, right?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, that's what I thought. What I thought. So I'm going to mute myself because I've really rambled on quite long enough, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty of his training. And we titled it Sprinkle. And this is how John parties on Facebook. So without further ado, John, take it away.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name's John DeHone. As Melina said, I've been with the team since November, but was with the team prior in 2017. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I party. That being my acronym Sprinkle that I made up. So I'm just gonna dive right into Sprinkle. And so the S stands for surprise your host or hostess. Now, I try to do this obviously without my host or hostess knowing. You have to have their address anyway to set up a party, so you might as well take advantage of that. I send them either a go card or a packet of samples. It doesn't really, there's no like wrong or right answer to how to surprise your hostess. It could be really anything. The reason I do this is because I feel like it makes them feel special. And it is like, wow, they thought of me. But that's my S, surprise your hostess. P is present yourself in the party at least once. I just feel like this makes it super personal. Whether that be that your guests already know you or they're complete strangers, it just makes it feel like, wow, he's here with us. Or he or she, I guess, because obviously I'm a boy. But I just feel like it makes it feel personal. But you can give details about your party, when it'll close, how to place orders, tell them that you're there to place orders for them, different stuff like that. Honestly, I never go live longer than 5 minutes in my party, just because I'm sure like all of you guys have lives. I have a life. I have stuff I need to do. It's just easier for me to do the short 5-minute live and then do my post of videos. So that's my P. For R, I always request addresses for samples. I tend to send out samples the week before the party. And it's normally my first post in a party event. So I post, hey guys, I have samples. If you're interested, message me your address, and I get those sent out. Because I think that if you get product in your customers' hands, then they are way more likely to buy than if they have no idea what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like, anything like that. So that's my R. Okay, now we're on to I. I stands for include fun videos or graphics in your parties. I used to be one of those consultants that would do the numbered posts. I kid you not, I had about, I'm honestly embarrassed to say, I think I had about 10 to 12 numbered posts that I would post, and I posted them like 5 minutes apart from each other. So that being said, I've cut that down way crazy, and I've made 3 videos. So that is, I feel, more convenient for customers, because customers don't want to read a long post with a little picture at the end. They'd much rather watch a fun video talking about the product, talking about the opportunity, and talking about hosting. So that's what I decided to do. N is for never assume that your host will know how to throw a successful party. Gosh, I got tongue twisted. So that being said, I always try to give my hostesses pointers. Like, if you participate in the posts that I post, normally other customers will see that and be like, oh, she's excited about it too. Just different stuff like that. Some hostesses will be all for it and other hostesses won't. And that's completely fine, but you should be able to tell which direction to go. Then K is keep up with your guests. So I normally, the day before the party, I believe, the day to 2 days before, I always ask who got their sprinkles and what they think. So that's just checking in with them, saying, hey, I didn't forget about you. How do you like what I sent you? I always ask how they like their product after they receive their order. And you have their tracking number too. So I'm never afraid to check their tracking number and say, hey, your order shipped today. It should be there, blah, blah, blah. Because some people don't check their tracking numbers. I don't know what crazy person wouldn't, but I do know a few people that don't. And so that's just kind of nice because it's like, oh, he knows when my order's there. And I feel like it's also something that customers might expect from a consultant since you're selling them the product. They might want to know from you specifically when their stuff's going to be there. I think I'm on L. So L, it stands for love your product. If you're excited, then they will be too. And I always tell my customers my faves because they like hearing what you like. I hardly ever tell customers that I don't like a scent just because that's a sale that you could get. If customers ask you about a scent that you might not like, I always just kind of talk to them about the scent. I don't necessarily say, oh, it smells like this, but I don't tend to burn smells like or melt smells like that, so I don't know what it smells like in the warmer or anything like that. I just talk to them about the scent and what it's similar to. And then E, which is our last letter, is everyone can party. Don't limit yourself on who can host or who can attend. I've invited customers to parties before, of course, with the hostesses. What's the word? Dang it. Brain fart. The hostesses. Making sure the hostess is okay with it. There we go.
Permission.
yes, permission. That's it. Okay, so I've invited customers that are interested in hosting to parties before with the hostess's permission. Because it never hurts to ask, and the worst that can happen is you get a no. But that is how I sprinkle, which is my party formula that I've kind of come up with. Now I want to talk to you guys about the party timeline that I run off of. So this is consistent with all my parties. I feel like it's easier for me to do a party this way than it is to have random dates here and there. Like I can never keep track of it. So I always write them down in my planner as this. So 1 week before, I create the party event because I feel like if you make a party event 2 weeks to even a month before, people forget about it. And they can even get the notification and they'll be like, oh, I forgot about that, but now I'm busy that night. You know what I mean? So I always do it 1 week before and make sure to make your hostess the admin so they can add people. I think that's like a no-brainer, but you never know. 1 week before, I ask for addresses for samples and I send them out. I already previously talked about that. 2 days before the party, I check in with the hostess to answer any of their questions because your hostess might come up with questions. They might come up with questions about the opportunity. They might come up with questions about how to get more people to their party, just different random stuff. It's always nice to be there to answer your hostess's questions. And then party day. So you just throw your party how you would throw your party. Hopefully you use some of my tips and tricks. But then 1 week after is when I normally close the party. I think 1 week is the perfect amount of time because to me, anytime I'm invited to a party, I like to think about it for a while because I, for one, justify it because I don't normally buy anything unless I can absolutely justify it. Number two, it gives me time to ask the hostess questions about the products and figure out what I would really, really like. Then I also ask if anyone needs it extended. Normally, I do this when the hostess isn't quite to that first tier of host rewards because I want them to get the most out of their party that they can get. So I have a graphic that I use. I can post it in the comments or something if you guys want, but it's just a little shopping cart and it says, does anyone need it extended or something like that, some type of verbiage. Anyway, so I use that. And then 2 weeks after, I check in with my guests on product quality and order questions because normally by then they have their products, at least have gotten them. They may not have tried them yet, but I always ask. Then 2 months after, I check if my guests need a restock. So that's the hostess. That's any of the customers that ordered, anything like that. I ask 2 months after because normally by then, depending on how much they ordered, they'll be running low on sprinkles or it'll be a new season and they need a new accent shade or whatever. But that's pretty much my party timeline. Yeah.
I love it. That was so helpful. And you probably missed it because you were in the zone. But when you were talking about not telling someone that you don't like a scent, I gave you a slow clap.
Oh, well, thank you.
That is like telling someone that you hate a scent is yucking someone else's yum. And I don't recommend doing that. So the funny thing is being with Pink Zebra as long as I have, I like a whole lot of scents that I didn't like initially, but even in the beginning, I was kind of like fruity scents, food scents. But if someone was like, tell me what Stonewashed Denim smells like, oh my gosh, first of all, I hope it comes back because everyone loves it and misses it. But like if someone was like, hey, tell me about Stonewashed Denim, I'm like, it smells like clean laundry. It smells amazing, even if it's not something that I personally would have melted on a regular basis. But then I started trying things because I truly wanted to know how things smelled together. I wanted to be able to recommend recipes. And so slowly but surely I fell in love with a whole lot of scents. And that's all she wrote. Like I'm obsessed with aloe and sea salt. I need that one to come back too.
I love that one too.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still in stock in the sale. I have a little bit left. I don't need to order any yet. I'm going to refrain. Okay. Well, I appreciate you so much for being here. We'll hang out for just a minute or two and see if anybody has any questions. I'd love it if you don't have to just share graphics in the comments. If you want to, I don't know if we have a Facebook party album in the group or not. I'll figure out if we do. And if we don't, I'll make one. And then, anything that you are up for sharing, please feel free to share.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. And basically like where we kind of are with the pandemic and such, I mean, it seems like we're going to continue to have to work our businesses virtually for a little while longer. But even when we can do things in person, it's not a bad idea to have a really good handle on online parties. I know for me, when I got really smart about online parties, in addition to what I was doing in person, I saw a huge jump in my personal sales. So it's definitely worth it. That's all I have to say about that. I'm not seeing any questions coming through.
Me neither.
That's okay. That's totally okay. I'm sure some people will come back and watch the replay for sure. But I do appreciate you being here. And I did, while you were talking, I did a little research. So you've been on our team less than 90 days, and in less than 90 days, your sales volume is like just under $3,000. So you're averaging about 1,000 a month. But this month, which is not even over yet, you're at, do you even know what your sales volume is?
1370 something.
1349.
49.
So that's your best month ever, right?
Yes.
I think. Yeah. Ever.
Ever.
The month isn't even over yet. So that's what's great. We still have 5 more days, and you're going to get a 5% bonus. So you're looking at like an extra $65 in commission that you got just because you sold over 900. What are you going to do with the $65?
That'll be so much fun.
And I did chuckle when you were like, I need to justify my purchase, because I'm thinking, like, isn't that the same person who just last week was like, I did it. I bought a laptop.
I justified it though. I do enough on my laptop with all my lives and business stuff that I was like, a new MacBook sounds great.
It is great. It is great. That's what I'm on right now. And I love my laptop so much. Yeah, so Vicky just commented and said, I'm going to have questions. She's going to watch the replay before she asks. And then Lucinda said, thank you, John, for sharing all the great tips. Yes. So simple. What you shared was so simple.
Yes.
Like, Jimmy, do me a quick favor before we sign off. Can you tell me a little bit about the videos that you share in your party?
So pretty much I have 3 genres, I guess. But my first video that I normally post is pretty much just about the product and myself, because your hostess wants to know you. They also want to know about the product. So it's like a short summary of like what simmering lights are, simmer pots, all that stuff. The second video that I post is about hosting. So it just pretty much talks about how easy it is to host, what it is to be a hostess pretty much. And that one's super short, like 30 seconds. And then the last one that I post is about the opportunity. So it's not necessarily completely diving into the opportunity as far as like commissions and everything, but it's just that little tidbit of information, like, do you want to be your own boss? Do you only want to work on your time? All this stuff that kind of grabs people's attention. And those are pretty much my 3 posts. And then I post like a little thing afterward, like saying, thank you for partying with me and all that. So super simple party. And I've honestly had more reaction from that simple party than I have in any other past party. So I feel like it works.
Simple always works. It does. Lucinda said, and you talk about host rewards on the second video as well.
Oh, maybe I do. I honestly don't remember. I haven't watched them in a while.
So yeah, and the nice thing is you recorded them, basically you recorded them. Did you edit them?
Yes.
Okay. So they're kind of short, sweet, to the point, polished and professional, because that's what editing does. Like, you watch me on Facebook Live versus a video that I put on my channel that I edited, and you're seeing 2 very different Melinas. But the great thing about that is most of the information that you share is probably not going to change. Like, some of the actual physical products and scents will change, but the information about joining or hosting probably won't. So that's what's really great. And that's what I love about having, videos for anything, not just Facebook parties, but to share with your customers too, because you don't have to redo them every single time. So
yeah.
So fabulous. Well, thank you so much again for sharing. I appreciate you. And you'll be back again next month with more John nuggets. I love it. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Oh, real quick. tiny plug. Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern, we're doing an opportunity chat. So please come if you can. Please spread the word to any of your potential team members. I'm going to try and keep it like 20-ish minutes. I'm going to talk just a little bit about me because I did a kind of a teaser post on our new Sprinkle Divas page that I created. And so a little bit about me. Most of the time will be spent talking about, you know, Pink Zebra information, how we make money, all that stuff. And then anyone who has questions, they're welcome to ask them. And I am going to do a drawing for a prize, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it during the live. So get people there, have them comment. I'm going to ask them to share who invited them. And then afterwards, I'll go do a drawing, and then we'll let the person know who won, or let them know if they won. So there's that, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share. You guys have an amazing night, and I will chat with everybody soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.